Hi, my name is Andrew, and before I jump into the content that I want to talk to you about tonight, I want to give you just a quick intro on myself. So, I'm a U.S. Marine veteran. I got out of the Marine Corps in 2020. Around that time, there was a lot of craziness going on with the COVID-19 pandemic, and something that I saw happening was a lot of small businesses were were being hurt as a result of lockdown measures and all the other craziness that was going on. That wasn't something that sat well with me because I believe very strongly in small business. I believe that it's the backbone of America. And so that's why I started my company, Sovereign SEO. My objective is to connect small businesses with more people that you guys can help so that you can achieve the growth and success that you're looking for. So with that in mind, I want to talk to you about how you can use your presence online to do exactly that. So I want to start off by showing you some metrics here. This is a tool that I use called Ahrefs. Among other things, Ahrefs allows me to take a look at how many people are searching for what keywords on Google. So if we take a look at these are all keywords related to roofing in Phoenix. Roofing companies Phoenix gets searched on average 700 times. Roofing repair Phoenix 300. And so on and so forth. All these keywords that are related to roofing services in Phoenix are getting searched multiple hundreds of times each month. So I'm sure you can understand as a business owner how beneficial it could be for you to capture some of these thousands of searches and bring them back to your page. And you know, even if you were just to capture 100 or 200 or 300 of these thousands of searches, that would very quickly translate into 10, 20, 30 people reaching out to you every month that are people that you don't have to go, knock doors to track down, and that business is now coming straight to you. So with that in mind, I want to show you exactly how to do that, how you can capture more of that traffic and bring it to your website. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the content on your page. So when you're writing content on your page, and specifically I mean text content, and it doesn't necessarily have to be here on the landing page, on the home page, but it is helpful usually to have a bit more text than you guys currently have. So my first recommendation would be you add 500 to 1,000 words of content on here. Basically talking about yourself, the work that you do, and specifically honing in on these keywords right here and trying to use these words in the text as you write. That's a really important thing to do, because if somebody's going to search roofing companies Phoenix and you on your website have a paragraph that mentions roofing companies Phoenix, and then down later maybe there's like a small title that mentions roofing companies Phoenix, Google can pick up a lot more easily that your site should be on the list of sites that are going to be displayed to that search. So that's my first tip. Just to give you an example of what that looks like in practice, I went ahead and searched for Roofers Phoenix here. Your first competitor that pops up in the number one spot is Level 5 Roofing. If we look at their site, you'll and we scroll back down to where their content is here, you'll see right here that they're doing this. It's very clear. Roofing Phoenix, roofing companies in Phoenix AZ, roofing contractors in Phoenix AZ, GC in Phoenix AZ, roof replacement in Phoenix AZ. So it's very clear that their page has to do with roofing in Phoenix. And so that's the first tip I have for you. The second tip is kind of the second half of this equation. Content is one thing that's really important when it comes to ranking highly in these rankings down here. The other thing that's very important is something called backlinks. What a backlink is anywhere on the internet that there is a reference to your website, meaning there's a link back to your website. So currently you have 24 backlinks to your site coming from 16 different websites. The reason that these are important is because the first tip I gave you, content, more or less tells Google what words you want to be ranked for, but how many backlinks you have and the quality of those backlinks will dictate for you how highly you get a rank. So you might end up ranking for a keyword like roofing companies Phoenix, but be back on page 8 or 9. But by adding some more backlinks, it shows Google that your site is reputable, and that you have some authority on the subject, and so that will gradually move up your rankings until you're up on page 1, where people actually will be able to find your website. So that's my second tip. Again, just to show you what a competitor that's taking advantage of this looks like. Here's level 5. Again, that's these guys right here. They have 1.2 thousand backlinks and over 300 referring domains, which again just means these backlinks are coming from 300 different websites. And so that's the second tip I have for you. And I think the first 2 tips together will be really important in helping people find your site for the services that you offer. The third and final tip I have to share with you has to do with this portion of the Google search right here. This is called the map pack. The map pack is Google's business directory, and you'll notice that level 5 roofing, despite being the #1 competitor down here, is not in the top 3 right here. That's because these rankings down here, the organic rankings, are dictated mostly by backlinks, which is what we just talked about. But these up here have some other factors at play, so the rankings work a little differently here. One of the things that's really important here is something called citations. And a citation is just somewhere that your business name, phone number, and address appear together online. So somewhere usually that's a business directory like BBB or yellowpages.com. That's generally where you'll find citations. So my suggestion is you go out and you look at these top 3 competitors that are in the top spots here in the map pack, and you find what business directories they have citations in, and then you go and you get citations for yourself in those same business directories. And if you do that with all 3 of them here in the top 3, you'll find that you end up with more than any one of them, and that will do a lot to help get your Google business profile displayed here, which is also a very high profile place that customers often look when they search for those things. So those are the 3 tips I have for you. The first 2, adding keyword rich content to your site and getting more backlinks, are what will dictate how you can rank more highly down here in the organic rankings. And the third one, citations, will help you rank in these top 3 spots here in the map pack. So those are the tips I have. I truly hope this information is helpful to you. I would really appreciate if you would give me just one quick line of feedback on this video, or if you have any questions for me, or if there's anything that I can do to help you with this. Of course, I would love to do that. So thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to hearing back from you.